Nothing was made by God for man to spoil or destroy. New opinions are always suspected and usually opposed, without any reason, but because they are not common. The only defense against the world is a thorough knowledge of it. Parents wonder why the streams are bitter when they themselves poison the fountain. Education begins the gentleman, but reading, good company, and reflection must finish him. Revolt is the right of the people. No man's knowledge here can go beyond his experience. There is frequently more to be learned from the unexpected questions of a child than the discourses of men. To prejudge other men's notions before we have looked into them is not to show their darkness, but to put out our own eyes. All wealth is the product of labor. Our business here is not to know all things, but those which concern our conduct. What worries you masters you. Few men think, yet all have opinions. Hence, men's opinions are superficial and confused. Fortitude is the guard and support of the other virtues. Nothing is in the intellect that was not first in the senses. The most precious of all possessions is power over ourselves. Who are we to tell anyone what they can or can't do? The end of law is not to abolish or restrain, but to preserve and enlarge freedom. Who lies for you will lie against you. Don't let the things you don't have prevent you from using what you do have. Wherever law ends, tyranny begins. Our incomes are like our shoes. If too small, they gall and pinches us. But if too large, they cause us to stumble and to trip. He that uses his words loosely and unsteadily will either not be minded or not understood. Logic is the anatomy of thought. Reason must be our last judge and guide in everything. But there is only one thing which gathers people into seditious commotion, and that is oppression. Try all things, hold fast that which is good. If punishment reaches not the mind and makes not the will supple, it hardens the offender. Knowledge is grateful to the understanding as light to the eyes. It is practice alone that brings the power of the mind as well as those of the body to their perfection. A sound mind in a sound body is a short but full description of a happy state in this world. Habits were more constantly and with greatest force than reason, which when we have more need of it, it seldom fairly consulted and more rarely obeyed. Curiosity in children is but an appetite for knowledge. Mathematical proofs like diamonds are hard and clear and will be touched with nothing but strict reasoning. I pretend not to teach, but to inquire.